Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to this live stream between Nihal Sarin and Ding Liren. The match has not yet begun and it will start very soon. So, very, very warm welcome to everyone in the chat. I hope you're doing well and everything's great. You just check out the comments here. Today we are going to also have a very special guest joining in at some point. So it's Nihal Sarin taking on Ding Liren, and I'm going to also put up a poll here. What is this? Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Oh, really? Start a Q&A. What do you think is this? Seems like a new feature. Nihal's best strength in chess. Start Q&A. I don't know what does that mean. Did you see, guys? The game has not yet begun, I believe. So once it will start, we'll get to know. Oh, nice. This is interesting. I'm getting all these answers here. Ankit says bullet. Asthma says speed. Rajesh Shetty says calmness. Tactics. Bullet. Amay Akode says, how do you write the answer in this? Like, very cool, yeah? New feature. Playing wonderful under time pressure, says Puneet. Tactical acumen, says Vivek Madi. Sandeep Kumar Singh says, how long will it take India to become a powerhouse in chess just like USA, Russia? I think we are closing in, no? We are very close. Maybe one of our players has to reach the candidates. Then, like at the Olympiad, we did well. Of course, if there are more, if there was Russia, China, this next Olympiad would be important from that perspective. Our juniors should do well. Like, I think everywhere we are doing pretty well, slowly. Okay, this is very cool. I like this new feature where I can ask a question. And I will end this, confirm. This will remove all questions in the question list. Okay. Confirm. Ahmad Ali ji, I'm great. Let me put up a poll that will be there. Who do you think will win today? Nihal Sarin or Ding Liren? I think it's a very interesting matchup between these two. I wouldn't even say, like, it's not even easy to know who's the favorite. I think it's some level I would say Ding, because he's doing so, like, he's so experienced and also such a strong player. But as we all know, in shorter formats, Nihal is a beast. That the format is 15 minutes plus 2-second increment, 4 games, and then if it is a 2-2, we'll have an Armageddon, which is very unique to this tournament where you have to bid. Praful Sharma says we are all bound to say Nihal. Okay. Alvin says, who do you think will win today, Nihal or Ding? I think I think that it will reach 2-2, and then Nihal will win. This is what I feel. Prayag Agarwal says, chat answering, who do you want to win, not who do you think. No, well, we never know. Yeah, we never know what will happen. So 75% people think that Nihal will win, 24% think Ding. Okay. Guys, how are your chess practice going, and is anyone playing a tournament like recent, any tournaments that you guys are playing? ऐसा कोई है जो someone's playing a tournament soon and so on? Inter college, Ghaziabad. Game started. Okay, let's go to the game. See it yet? I think I can go like to live chess and follow Nihal Sarin. Maybe that might be. Not started, no? I don't think it started yet. Guys, has the game started? But I don't see it yet. Game start हो चुके हैं. But I'm not able to see it. Ah, no. ताराश डिफेंस. अरे दोस्तों, आप लोग मुझे पूरा ये बताओगे क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं. गेम क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है? Where should I go? Any suggestions? Where should I go to see where the game is? Follow Ding. What is Ding's ID? Yep. I'm there only actually. Use this link. chess.com/events. Global Chess Championship. Yeah, I'm there only. This event cannot be set. You cannot follow players to see the games. I have no clue. I have no clue. पर अपन कोई जुगाड़ ढूंढेंगे जरूर. We'll find the jugaad. I'm going to watch events. Chess.com Global Championship. Ah, yes, got it. Got it. I found it. Guys, मिल चुका है. But game has not yet begun, it seems. Guys, आप लोग मेरा उल्लू बना रहे हो क्या? Are you? There may be a delay. Even online tournaments have delay now, yeah? Okay, let's see how I can follow somewhere and guys, please bear with me. I'm just trying to figure out.
वो
Yeah, this is
Yeah, I think it has begun in the official broadcast. They played the Tarash. Oh, they played this line. Oh my god. Let's see. Maybe go to Chess TV. But if I go to Chess TV, but what? I can't stream this. Okay, D4. I think D5, C4, E6, Knight F3, C5, CD, ED, Knight C3, Knight C6, G3, Knight F6. This is what happened, I believe. Bishop G2, Bishop E7, castles, Bishop G5, and I think C4. Capture board from original stream. No, let's not do that. I think that would be too much. Let me think. Leeches has it, huh? What, really? Till this point, Leeches never had these games broadcasted. So I thought they won't have it here. Ah, but they have it. They have it. Oh, yes. Leeches has it. Amazing. Awesome. Then I can. Dosto, here we have the game. And let me just make sure that we can have this. This one. Okay. This way. This way. Now we can all watch this game आराम से, ठीक है? All set, all set. Next few hours, let's enjoy together to watch two amazing players battle it out. The format was for done. I think this is okay.
खीर
No, I don't want.
सूप
Okay, all set. All set. Okay, Nihal Sarin playing with the black pieces right now against Ding. You will witness that Nihal has two bishops, but a slightly broken structure. Okay, and he has 12 minutes to Ding's 8 minutes. Knight e2. Guys, which is that square where the knight is heading to? Which is sort of an outpost from where the knight cannot be kicked. Yes, exactly. Subho Datta Lakshya. Very good. Knight to f4. This is the square. Now bishop comes back to d6. So just going through the opening, it was the Tarash defense. I think what I showed, went direct bishop g5. Oh, bishop g5, bishop e6, e3, not g3. Got it. Knight d7, castles, bishop b4, knight e5, castles, knight takes d7, and now Nihal finds the move queen d7, which is, I mean, forced move. He spoils his structure. He's like, okay, fine, Ding, you have spoiled my structure, but you've given up an important bishop. I'm okay with it. King g7, a4, b6, knight e2, bishop d6, knight to c3. Oh, Nihal was okay with a draw perhaps, but Ding is not. a6, knight e2, bishop d6 played. And we are back here. Is it true that Nihal has never played Ding in any online or OTB game? We can figure out of the OTB game. Let me just quickly make a search on the Mega database. I'm sure they must have played some rapid or something, no? On this or not. Ding versus Nihal. Yeah, I don't think. b3 played, and Nihal says, I'm going to support my pawns now. He has a very strong hold in the center. B takes, and now do we take with this pawn? Oh, he takes with the rook. He could have taken with the b pawn as well, but if you take with the d pawn, then d5 is already trapping this bishop, so you can't do that. So he went rook takes, and now Ding is thinking 6 minutes. And today Nihal is playing very quickly. Something about him, yeah, like, no, I don't think, Vignesh, that there is a reason why Nihal doesn't play in chess 24 events and Prague in chess.com. I think they would all like to play strong events. I don't see why they would have any bias as such. It's just that Prague is doing very well at Champions Chess Tour. But he would, if it's a good event for chess.com, he would play, and same with Nihal. K to k5. Now, can we push the pawn? Guys, pushing the pawn would be a mistake because the pawn on d5 is hanging. So we can't do that. So therefore, not pushing the pawn, but actually playing something else. Let's say we go rook to b4, defending the pawn, attacking the queen. Now, maybe here a very natural move is queen d3, keeping an eye here. But already you can sense that this kingside weakness is not playing such a huge role. What is playing a huge role is this passed pawn. And something like rook c4, already black is very, very active in the position. But instead, queen b3, rook a5. Yeah, Nihal is thinking. Please show Rajabov game as well. Yeah, let's see Rajabov, Nepomniachtchi versus Rajabov. Right now, it's around equal. This position slightly better for Temur, exactly. I think Temur really played amazingly well to beat Arjun Erigaisi in this tournament, and he's going very strong. Arshad says, is Karpov the best positional player of all time? I would say Magnus could also be one of them. But yeah, Karpov would be right up there. Very, very strong positionally. But in the modern era, Magnus doing amazingly well. By the way, Rook B4, he's played his queen to A2. And now Nihal has an interesting move here to create a passer for himself. But how would that work? Let's try to think. So I was thinking of Rook A4. Now this is attacked, so you must take. I take with the pawn. Now I have an outside passer, but you're losing a pawn here. Would Nihal be okay with such a decision? I don't believe. Because even though the engines prefer the position after a3, this is not something that human beings would really think about. Because after, let's say, bishop e6, queen e6, yes, the bishop is well positioned, the rook is coming in, but yeah. Let's see what Nihal comes up with. He has 3 minutes extra on the clock, which is not a normal thing. Utkarsh Gupta says Hikaru mentioned Nihal is focusing too much on online blitz, might be bad for his OTB. What do you think about that? Also, congrats on 1 million to Chessbase. Thank you, Utkarsh. I think it's very difficult to say what these youngsters are doing at any given point of time because they are all very dynamic in that sense. So let's say if Nihal is very focused on online playing, maybe a few months of not playing it and then he's suddenly playing a lot of over the board chess. So we can't really categorize any youngster into a specific thing. They are very, very fluid in that sense. So that's the reason why I would not be so quick to say that, oh, Nihal is a blitz expert, because see, even at the age of 17 that he is right now, Nihal is already, or 18, I think 18 now, he's already 2670, I think around 2660 elo. And one good year, in fact, one good event itself changes so much. Like, for example, Vidit had this one good event and he reached, like, he was gaining 19 elo points after 6 rounds. So same way, if Nihal has couple of good events that he plays, he will reach 2700. Yeah, he won the gold medal in gold Olympiad. Oh my god, Nihal did play it. Wow. That is phenomenal. That's excellent. And he did find this. That is something, guys. That is something. Nihal Sarin finds this entire thing, entire line, which is just too good. Too good. This is just amazing. And now takes, he's taken here. Queen takes also finds it. D5 played by Ding, because Ding realizes if he trades the queens, then the a pawn is very strong with the rook coming in. So he doesn't trade the queens, he pushes. But Nihal now finds another powerful move, queen e4. And after knight d4, mistake by Ding, which is a bad error. He should have first checked here. He goes knight d4. Nihal instantly plays rook b8. Is this some kind of a new Nihal Sarin we are seeing today? Because yes, Nihal is very quick, but he doesn't play his moves so fast. Now, guys, this bishop, look at the teamwork. Says to the pawn, don't worry, buddy, I'm with you. This pawn says to the rook, go in, I'm with you. This queen says to the rook, don't worry, I'm coming in and we are going to launch the checkmating attack here. Of course, not here because the knight is there, but somehow we'll figure a way to break in, like maybe h5, h4. Look at this idea, guys. Rook b2, put h5, h4, and h3. If he stops you with h4, think about some f4 breaks in the position. This is going to be quite dangerous. Please update live board. Right. Let's update live board. I think now it's working okay, the live board. We have all good, all well set up. Oh, nice. By the way, guys, above this, you will see, oh, he was knight b3. Okay, let's try to think what's a good move here. Again, Nihal makes his move like an instant. Queen c4. Check. Now king can go here and here, so he's taking his time. No, he didn't play it, right? He played it. Played it. King g6 played. I think the chess.com broadcast is slightly faster than Leechess. Let's keep both on in case something stops, so that we don't have. Yeah, let's do this. Chess.com is here. Chess. Okay, cool. Now all set. Okay, Nihal brings this king up here. But now the knight is hanging. And a very natural move is to go knight at d4. But then, guys, what is the most natural move here for white, for black? Black to play? What would you play? Just what is your feeling here? Okay, bishop e5, not a bad idea, not a bad idea. But then maybe you lose this pawn, right? So be careful there. Be careful. Bishop e5 might lose the pawn. Let's see what are the moves. Bishop e5, but I really like those who have suggested moving in with the rook. Rook b2. Tanay, Gaur Khede, Harshveer, Sharan, Prashant, Preeti, Manas, Shweta, Durgesh, Sahil, Aryan Philip. Well done, all of you. Excellent. So going back to the game now. King g6 played, and still Ding is actually thinking for his move. What is he going to play here, guys? That is the question. And today our guest will join in roughly around the last game, I think. Ooh, he goes knight a5. But this seems like a horrible move. I haven't seen the engine yet, guys. Like, let's try to think. What is the move? Can I go queen b4? Queen b4, there's a fork. Knight c6. Okay. Maybe not that. What else can we do? Queen c2, maybe. Oh, queen c2 and queen rook b2. No? That looks good. Am I thinking right? Actually, queen g4 also looks fine. So many possibilities. Queen c2 खेलते हैं ना. Let's see what this. Queen e2 is the best move according to the engines. Okay. Okay. Queen e2. But what is the problem with queen c2? There is rook c1. Oh, and then maybe the queen rook could enter here. That's why you go queen e2, not queen c2. Isoentro says, oh, Isoentro, how do you know? थंबनेल में है ऑलरेडी. अच्छा. हाँ, अभ्युदया स्मार्ट. Let's see what Nihal comes up with. I don't know what did he play. Oh, he finds queen e2. Hari is the guest today. Yes, he'll come today for the last game, perhaps in the last few minutes, and then we'll also discuss about his European Club Cup performance, how he beat Vishy Anand, MVL, his games, a little bit of talk around this, and we'll get his thoughts. Okay, rook comes to e1, attacking the queen. Lakshesh says, sir, what do you think about Ramesh sir book and chessable course? I think it would be very interesting. You should think about it. By the way, guys, there's a beautiful move here for Nihal. Do you think he can find it? Black to play. Black to play. Think, 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 think. He played it before you guys could think it. Gandhar Dherekar. Amazing. Look at this move. He sacrifices his queen. Wow. Nihal Sarin on fire. And now pushes his pawn to a2. Next up, rook b1 and a1 queen incoming. Nihal Sarin strikes. First game. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can't stop it now, guys, because rook b1 and a1. कैसे रोकोगे? Knight cannot come back. Knight can come here, but rook b1 coming. And in this fashion, Nihal Sarin has just crushed Ding Liren in the first game. And guys, Ding is no lightweight. He's world number 2. His classical elo is 2811. And Nihal wins. His opponent resigns. Wow. Wow. What a game. What a move. The way he played it was just phenomenal. Just outstanding. I want to show you the key moment there, guys. But let me update the score. It's Nihal Sarin 1 versus Ding Liren 0. And what a win there. I think the really key moment I would say is when Nihal finds this move rook a4. Because here is where most players think that, oh, I don't want to give this up because there are two attacks here. Let me play rook c4 and let me be there. But Nihal finds this and also gives up this pawn. This sets up the thing because a pawn now is tremendously strong. Ding should not maybe have captured this, but it's okay. d5 is fine. Queen e4. And I think at this point it was very important for him to find queen a1 check. And with the idea of entering here, if you were to go up here, then there's already knight f4 check, pawn takes, e takes, and with rook e1 or rook c1 later in the air, like maybe rook b1 trying to come in, this king is not very safe. But he played knight d4, and I think this is where he went terribly wrong because he took very little time for this move. And here Nihal finds the very nice move, rook b8, beautiful move, knight b3, he then finds queen c4, queen a1 check, king g6. The knight basically is misplaced now, knight a5, queen e2, the rook is coming to b2, rook e1 played horrible move here, but you have to find, by the way, there was no defense now, knight c6, there was rook b2. So let's say if you go knight c6, rook b2, rook f1, trying to defend this, it's already very passive. And with a2, look at this. I mean, this is just very bad. So he played rook e1, but Nihal now just chopped it off and played a2 with rook b1 coming in and a1. He won the game. So wow, this is going to be very exciting. If Nihal can win this, then Nihal actually qualifies for the top 8 spots and will then go to Toronto for the final 8 players. Let's see what Nepo and Rajapov are doing. Wow, Temur is a piece up. King f8. No, he's just winning here. I think Nepo can resign. Because if d6, I think just rook e8 is strong. Queen F2. Yeah, Ding Liren is not just 2800, he's also the world championship uh, sort of, I don't know how what to say, challenger, because both are challengers. The world champion is not playing, but yeah, he's the world championship challenger right now along with Nepo. So there are three more games. There are three more games. Yeah, world championship contender is a good way to address both of them. Soumya says, "Will you cover aim chess?" Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Where is Amruta? She did not see her for a lot of days. Amruta is here. Um, she is working on a very special project since many days, which we are planning to launch on 14th of November. Hopefully, we are able to do that. It's a very intense project, and she's been working very hard on it. Guys, how many of you are planning to come to Hyderabad for the comedians on over the board death match and also to play in the rapid and blitz event? Dieso Magnite says children के लिए है क्या? Yes, there is something which is very beautiful that we have. I love it. I don't know if I can. She told me not to share. Aman Agarwal says only if CBI can sponsor the tickets. Arey yaar, ticket is 12.99, but in that you get to play a tournament, two tournaments, you get to watch two events, three events, you can be part of a very big festival. Babul says पैसे बहुत ज़्यादा ले रहे हो. Flight tickets. True. I think traveling is the main thing, but of course travel and stay. But if you are somewhere nearby or if you can come via train, then it's doable. But also, I mean, come on, if you even if you win a prize, you might be able to cover some of your expenses because there are a lot of prizes. Vignesh says I'll come for deathmatch in Copenhagen. Just take this pawn. Why did you choose Hyderabad? We chose Hyderabad because uh, the dream hack was happening there, and Nordwin is the one who is conducting the dream hack, and they are supporting this event with the sponsorship, the prize fund. They are also giving the space in the event to do this. So basically they are helping us to do this event, so that's why we decided to do it in Hyderabad. Yes, and biryani too. Correct, correct. Prakhar says, Sagar, please organize an open online tournament as well. Yeah, I think open online tournament we can organize. Just the main issue is the anti-cheating measures always now, and with these all these things that have come up, I have always had this worry as a sort of trying to organize it seriously. Oh, by the way, look at this. He took here, check. What a nice move. Because if you take here, queen takes c5 hangs, and if you play king f2, which is possible, then what's the winning move, guys? Yes, very good, guys. Queen e1 checkmate. No questions asked. Game over. So Rajabov actually beats Nepomniachtchi. That is amazing. Rajabov showing that he is in great form. Tirth Patel says it's quite a bit expensive this time. Last time it was manageable. Tirth Patel, this time it's basically 3 days you get access. Last time it was a 2 day event. Also, last time there was no comedians on board this time. So I mean, I would say this time it's more affordable than last time because the prize money of the open tournament is also total prize money is 10 lakhs. Bharadwaj says, I met you on last Saturday at Phoenix. Sure, Bharadwaj, I'll check it out. If Raja wins, it will be Raja versus Anish. Whoa, wow, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That too, they'll play in Canada, Toronto. Venkat Dondapati says, at which day will be Blitz and Rapid conducted? Rapid will be on first 2 days, 4th and 5th, and Blitz would be on the third day. You said IMs and GMs will join the event too. Any hints on that? You mean on the in the DreamHack? There are many IMs and GMs who are interested to join. So they are all confirming, and I think it will be a strong event. There will be many good players who will play. Right now, guys, one chess book that I am in love with is this one. Think Like a Super GM by Michael Adams. I really love how they have made this book. It is maybe a kind of book that I wanted to create at some point. It's also something that I did right now. Like, for example, these studies which were there, I gave it to different players. Like Ilam Parthi, I gave it to Prag, Gukesh, Vidit, Anish. Same way in this book, same position is given to different levels of players. And they have written like with timestamps that in the first minute, what does a 1300 rated player think? What does a 2000 rated player think? Then what does the 2300 rated player? And then finally, what does Super GM Michael Adams think? So in this way, if you are, let's say, unrated or if you are lower rated, then you will be able to gauge that, oh, this is the thought process of a 2000, this is the thought process of a 2200, this is thought process of 2600. So it's a very nice book. I like it. Arush Kaushik says, Sagar bhai, mainly it's travel, nothing else. Because I'm just 17, so I have to travel with family, which is not possible as everyone has work. So hard luck. That is true. I also realize that when we go to a specific city to do it, majority of the entries have to come from that city and around. Like when we did in Mumbai, yes, people traveled from different places as well. I know that people traveled from Gujarat. There were also people who came from West Bengal, I believe, Delhi. But essentially, the main bulk of the people were from the city itself. And I think when we do something like a death match somewhere in Hyderabad, majorly people have to come from that city. Yes, Janil had come from Gujarat, correct. Any tips for 1400 rated player? Himanshu says. Himanshu, I would say that one of the things which a 1400 rated player never pays attention to is end games. And if you do, this is just a random tip. Yeah, I don't know about you much, but I think if you focus on the end games, this could be really helpful. I often say that for one tip which I give a lot of players is that try to focus yourself when you're playing. Switch off your phones. I mean, if you're playing on a laptop, if you're playing on the phone, don't switch it off. Switch off your um, other apps and stuff so that you can focus completely, and that can really help you to improve. I think playing chess has to be something where you are inculcating a discipline on how to think, and if you do that in the right way, the entire experience of playing chess will be nice. Okay, some people do play for fun. This is just for people who want to improve at chess. And for all those who play for fun, please do continue playing the way you like. It's fun. But for those who want to improve, those who want to improve their level of play, their concentration, their calculation, they need to think in a specific way. They need to make these little improvements. Sagar, would you go for World Championship on? I don't know, World Championship, when is it next? I think in 2023 now. Vignesh says the comedians would also bring in audience, I think. Maybe shout out from YouTubers can help bring more people. That is true. That is true. We will we'll try to promote it. I think Samay did a video with me yesterday. We'll also ask other players to do it. Yesterday I did meet Biswa Kalyan Rath in Mumbai. Vidit was here, Samay was here, Suhani was here. We all met up, and it was great to see them all. We had actually gone to this thing called Mystery Room. I don't know how many of you have been there. It's like you go in there and you have to solve some puzzles in order to come out of it in 1 hour. So it was very exciting. Escape room, sort of, yeah, mystery room or escape rooms. Um, and Guess who was the best at solving the problems between me, Samay, and Vidit? Who was the fastest one? Sort of one who could get all the clues and was able to. Yeah. I can see a lot of you writing with it, which is very logical, yes, because he's the strongest chess player and so on. But it was Samay, and he was so good. He was so good at solving things, because the first hint was something like there were some words written, like a poem sort of a thing on the wall, and he was so quick to sort of deduce it. Um, and then next one, there were some matchsticks, and he set it up, and he was like, "Oh, this much is left," and very good with numbers, very good. So he was excellent. So Rajabov and Nepomniachtchi have begun, but Ting and have not yet started, or have they? Not yet. Kalpak says super excited for all the tournaments and matches coming up in November, rooting for Samay at COTB and Gukesh at Deathmatch. Also, let us know when tickets are available. Oh my god. Kalpak, you don't know the tickets are available. Let me pin this no in the chat. I am going to put the link in the description so that you can get your tickets. I'll put the article so you can read also, and then book your tickets for DreamHack 2022. Oh, they started? They started. Seems the game has begun. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, game started. Okay, knight f3. I don't know why Nihal and they have not started. Devashish says Bhangar conjuring. No, we were in this. What is it called? Lockup. Lockup or something like that. E6, knight c3, c5, e3. Knight c6, a3. This is Rajabov versus Nepo. Hostub says, could you please suggest some resources for endgame prep? I think Silman's endgame course, very nice. One of my favorite books. I don't think we have it here. We have all the books lying there because our cupboard just broke down a few days ago. So it's very difficult to find books. Now we are hoping for someone to come and fix our uh, cupboard and then we can get the books. So I have some books here. Yeah, Tata Steel Kolkata, will be there. Abhyuday Vice says, Sagarba, is it possible to add PGN to chess positions for chess ranga? Um, I think not now, but we will add sooner or later that feature. But for now, maybe not. No, Nihal's second game has not begun yet. Will you stream DreamHack? Yes, we will. We will. But I think the atmosphere is worth visiting there. What about? I think we are going to do the. We are hopefully planning to do the CSL this year end. That is the plan. Chess Super League second edition. So that would be another thing. So there's a lot of very interesting action coming up. Also, guys, don't forget Humpy is playing in the candidates for women's chess, women's world candidates. She's playing, and if she wins, she'll then challenge for the world championship. सौरभ पाटिल वो व्लॉग नहीं बना सकते कल के इवेंट का बिकॉज in this mystery room you cannot shoot it, but yeah, there are no, I think I did the interview with Vidit. That was the only video that's there. Chess with Adi says, can you please restart Dr. Chess? I've been thinking about doing it for quite some time. I should do it at some point. Yeah, there we go. Nihal versus Ding Liren has begun. Let's go. So d4, knight f6, knight f3, d5, c3 played. And now this is Nihal's way of playing the London system. I want to learn this, guys. ये देखो, पहले के ज़माने में people used to go d4 and f6, d5 and bishop f4 here. And then everyone started playing c5 here. And this supposedly gave black decent positions. So everyone started to then start playing bishop f4 on move 2. I don't know if this is still a very valid way to play, but then I think maybe g6 and this business they did not like. So now knight f3, d5, and now c3 is played. So that if c5, you can take. And you can then try to defend this with b4. That's the overall idea, it seems to me. So e6 played by Ding, and now you are very happy to play bishop f4. So these are the small nuances. So bishop f4, c5, e3, queen b6, queen b3 played by Nihal. He's ready for a queen trade. If c4, I believe Nihal would go queen c2 and be very happy with his position, because next he can go knight d2 and e4. But bd7 played by Ding. Very interesting move. I think knight c6 is also playable here, but he goes bd7. And now knight bd2 by Nihal. Bishop e7 by Ding. Very interesting point by Shashwat Parida, who says, live board, 1 second. That last year 2770 was the average rating of all the top 10 players in the world, and now it has become 2755. Okay, 95 played here. No, sorry, not 95. He played knight d2, bishop e7, bishop e2, castles, knight e5. Okay. By the way, Nihal is one of the biggest experts in the London. So I was thinking of making one small series, which would be Nihal Sarin's London system. What do you guys think? Maybe three, four videos on that. Would you like it? Nihal Sarin's London. Then we just analyze his games, pick up the most important things. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, everyone. Okay, very cool. Because I've been seeing Nihal's London games very closely, and I've always been impressed with his knowledge here. Like even in the last round of the Olympiad, he beat, I think it was Matthias Bluebaum whom he beat. He knows his stuff there. But Ding Liren is playing very weird chess. Knight e5, bishop c6, castles, knight b d7. So like generally you put your knight here, bishop, knight here, bishop here, but he's उल्टा कर दिया, उसने bishop यहाँ पे रख दिया and knight इधर. ndf3 by Nihal and rook f c8. Make only one episode and such a series for all top GMs. Yeah. But in one game, one video of Nihal Sarin on the London might not be enough because he's played so many games. Ooh, bishop e. Look at this smarty play by Nihal. By Ding, sorry. He first... See, this is the way in which he put his bishop here. Then he thought that, okay, this knight is very strong. So let me first trade one of the knights. And after trading, he just went and dropped it back here. Very cool. Nikhil says, why not queen exchange and ruin black's pawn structure? So let's say if I take here, I don't think black's structure is ruined because if you see these pawns are pretty okay. And this rook is very active on the a file. So bishop e8, h3, knight e4. And now he played his knight back to f3. Which is kind of weird how Nihal is doing this. I don't get the point of why he went in and then came back. And also like he could have pushed it away with f3, but then maybe knight goes back to d6. So he played it here. But now this very typical idea is c4, queen c2. And then I was thinking if we can move the queen away, let's say queen c6, but then there is knight e5. I want to move the queen away so that I can play b5, b4 here. Smart thing in this is that you are, as black, you feel a little cramped in this position overall because there are too many pieces. So you exchange one of them and then you put your bishop here so that now both your bishops are well positioned. Also the king looks safe with the bishop here if ever you have to play g6. So yeah, very, very cohesive way of playing. Knight f3 and Ding goes knight d6. Ding does not play c4. No, I think taking here bd6 would mean that black is just having a risk-free edge with the bishop pair. So Nihal is never going to take this. But at the same time, I think Ding has some plans in mind to um, maybe get his knight to c4 in some ways. That could be his idea somewhere. But right now, Nihal has 12 minutes, Ding has 10 minutes on the clock. Nasir Sheikh says Queen c2 for Nihal. Possible, Nasir, but what's your plan from Queen c2? Do you want to attack here? The king is quite safe. Now Nihal goes knight d2. Nihal is actually sort of improving his knight's position. I think c4, Queen c2, and now e4 coming up would give white a very good position. So maybe not. So Queen a5 played by Ding. Interesting. I have a question for you. If let's say he goes bishop g3, what is a very strong move here for uh, black to play? Try to think. Try to think. Exactly, guys. The move that we are looking for is bishop a4, pinning here. An excellent job here by Gokul, Chesdi, Aditya, Name, Ujjwal, Sachin, Kaustubh, Naman, Lakshya, and Rakshit. Well done. And if you go queen a3, trying to pin here, I can maybe take and then open up this. I can also start here, by the way, with taking, so that later on I have this bishop diagonal opened up. So ed, and now bishop a4. If you go queen a3, I have knight f5 attacking the queen. So queen a5 played, and here now I think what Nihal can do is stop bishop a4. And how does he stop it, guys? Any suggestions here? How do we prevent bishop a4 is Hebel Abby's question. How do you do it? Come on. Intellectual Chirag, Nirvan. Very good. Very good, guys. You are amazing. All of you. Super focused, super strong. A4 is the correct move. Stopping bishop a4 and also just making sure you gain some space in the position. So well done. A4. I think Nihal will go for it. Yes, he's played a4. Well done, Nihal. He's played his pawn to a4 and a6 by Ding. Ding playing pretty quickly there. G4 says Rakshit. But G4, Rakshit, what's your plan? Like, in order to launch an attack, you have to go G4, H4. First of all, very difficult because it's hanging. So G4, G5, H4, H5, G6, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many moves. Meanwhile, black is already angling for B5 and creating play on the queen side somehow, Maybe not directly, because then AB5 and the queen would hang. But C4 and just pushing it back. I don't like G4 as such. It's not like, it doesn't make sense. There's no hook to open up the position. So A4, E6. Raja is again winning. My god. Really? Ratchakov? Nice. But this doesn't look winning, no? Still, it seems around equal. But maybe with this plan of bishop b5, this king looks weak. People are saying, is c4 possible in Nihal's game? Interesting, yeah. c4, what about cd? I don't like this so much because after take, you're simplifying the position a bit too much here for black. Black seems to be doing pretty well here. Maybe queen f5, his queen moves in. So a4, a6, queen c2 played here by Nihal. He is definitely thinking about some ideas like b4 later on. Not now, but on his mind. Or maybe his big threat here is knight to b3, attacking the queen and the pawn. So I think he wants to force taking, and now taking, and now queen goes back to d8. Okay. And Nihal plays his bishop to d3. You see, Nihal slowly and steadily is building up a small attack here. He wants to maybe go rook e1, put his rook here, and swing it over to g3 with his rook here, bishop here, and another bishop here. It can lead into a big attack. Wow. g6 played by Ding. Okay, this is getting very interesting. I think Nihal is starting to get something here. Maybe start now with knight f3 with the idea of putting the knight to e5. That is one thing you can do. Put your knight here, then get your rook up. Maybe if you can get h4, h5, why not? And Nihal pushes his pawn to a5, trying to fix this structure. That's also very interesting. Gandhar says play g3. Gandhar, I don't want to play g3 because it sort of closes the third rank if I ever want to use it. But yes, I get your point. You want to push h4, h5. By the way, Ding simply comes up with his bishop to b5 and says, look, Nihal, you have a good bishop here. My bishop was not doing much. Let's exchange it. It's going to be helpful for me. I think Nihal might do the move that was suggested by Dimple Gosar. He might go g3. g3, king g2, h4, h5 seems likely, seems very possible. Gautam Menon says let's go knight f1. Interesting move. Interesting move. What about bishop h6? But what is the bishop doing here on h6? Not much, right? Nihal now down to 6 minutes. Yes, knight f3 also looks nice. I would say that's also a good move. Yes, knight f1, knight h2, knight g4. A bit too slow in general, like this way to move, but I mean, even g3, king g2, h4 looks pretty slow. But here it's not easy for black to open up the position. So, ooh, Nihal takes on d6. That's a very interesting decision. Because, okay, if you take here, maybe he wants to take on e7. No, maybe not. Bishop. Okay, he played bishop d6 straight away. Okay. And now like taking here doesn't look good because after ab5, a5 pawn is attacked and lose. So he goes knight to f3. Okay. Shekhar says let's go to b1 where it started because knight went like knight d2 f3, then came back, and then came back, like that way. But no, Nihal goes knight f3 back. Naman says c4. Oh, where Naman? Here? No. I don't think c4 is a good idea. Bishop e8? What? He went back. He went back. And Nihal plays queen d2. Why did he go back? You know what was his idea here? I think I get it. If you play knight e5, oh, bishop e5 can be taken. But I was thinking like bishop b4 can be a very nice move here. Because then you have no way to save this pawn. Very interesting. That's why Nihal goes queen d2 and he's like, okay, now you can no longer play bishop b4 with the pin here and attack the a5 pawn. So that's a good decision. Mohammad Naushad says drawish position. I am not sure yet. Not sure. I think it's a very interesting position. Guys, all those who are tuning in, please do like the stream and also please do subscribe to Chessbase India if you haven't done so. We did reach 1 million some time ago, but we are grinding on and on to reach beyond that. Maybe. By the way, a small news today. One second. Let me see if I can show you. I'll show you something very interesting which has happened. Let's see. Anyone knows what is this? Let's see. Oops. What happened? Okay, let me see why this went away. Yeah, this button is here and I was thinking about unboxing it at some point. It's in the office there, which is like 7 minutes, 8 minutes from my home. Queen d2, king g7, rook e1, b6 played, and take, queen d6, and h4 played, h5 on the board. Okay, Nihal wanted to go h5 himself. Yeah, we'll do live unboxing. Yeah, फिर I'll do it at the club, maybe Chessbase India Chess Club. Yes, we'll make a different video for sure. Okay, what happened next? h5, knight g5 by Nihal, a5 by Ding. So Nihal has some pressure on the king side for sure. Okay, but his b2 pawn is also slightly soft. Now, in the air here, not happening instantly, are some sacrifices like rook e6, knight e6. These are some of the sacrifices that are going. Also, rook e3 is a great idea here that is suggested by some of you. Rook e, but he goes rook e2. I think his point is that he wants to defend this pawn on b2, and then he can get his queen to start moving. Queen e3, queen f3, and so on. Maybe that's his plan. Also, somewhere I think he wants to play f3 g4 or what. Might be a bit too much. Time. Nihal has 3 minutes, 7 minutes for Ding Liren. Rajabov won. Seriously. No, he's better. He's better. He's pushing. He's pawn up. He's pawn up. Rajabov showing some great form. By the way, look at this move here. Replayed rook e1, but this is a great idea with maybe trying to attack here. Just something to keep in mind. Hg4 and then maybe later on h5 to open up. So this idea is definitely on the cards. Rook e7 played by Ting. Ting, very careful. He knows Nihal wants to sack something on e6, so he quickly gets his rook here, so that at least when the sacrifice is played, the impact is reduced. G3 played by Nihal Sarin. Here a4, a4, and now guys, tactics incoming in the position. What is the tactical blow that Nihal can play, which I don't think he will find, because he could have done it on the previous move as well. Why is it strong now? I have no clue. No clue. Yes, Jayant, Kunal, exactly. Shivam Kumar, Abhijit Chauhan. Look at this. Okay. Move is bishop g6. Boom. What a move. Fg6 and now knight e6 check. But my question is, if this was working, why to play g3? Why not play directly here? Because then he could have played this anyway, right? But then rook takes, bishop f7. Okay. How does adding this and this help? So let's say I do it in this position after a4 takes, knight e6, rook e6, bishop f7. Somewhere there is something more. Queen g5. Okay. Ooh, man. G3, guys. Did you understand? What is the point of G3? G3 का point समझे हो? Bishop h2, Mukund Reddy. Exactly, Mukund. You were right. This check does not come now. And then the rook would not hang. So G3 blocked it. What a move. Okay, but Nihal, I mean, that was too deep, I guess. Nihal went after a4, knight h3, a3 played, takes, and I think black is the one who should be happy now, because this is a weakness. I mean, Nihal had found the best move, g3, but he had not found that idea that in the end bishop h2 would sort of be stopped. Queen a5 could play. Look at how Ding is now sort of diverting Nihal's attention. Nihal has all his eyes set on these 2 points. He wants to sack something somehow. But with attack here on the queen side, you can always distract your opponent. And when you are progressing, like it's like when you are moving ahead in life, when you're going in, let's say, direction, let's say from here where I live, I'm going to CST, and then I have reached Dadar already. I don't want to come back to Ghatkopar. I want to move ahead. And reach there. So rook c1 is a very sad move to make. That's why Nihal plays knight f4. And he's saying that now if you want to take, please, by all means, take it. Because I'm going to simply blast open the king side with, guys, what's the move? Let's have few people figuring it out. Ravi Gupta says I'm from Sayan. Ravi will meet in between Ghatkopar and Dadar. Yes. Exactly, guys. Knight h5. Fantastic answers by Pranay, Sharvil, Arnav, Gunti, Kunal, Pratham, Alps, Shivam, Lakshya, and not YouTuber. So not taking there, yeah. He has to get rid of. Oh, what? Did he fall for it? He should have taken this. Ding Liren falls for it. Oh no. He just chopped it off. Now if you take, the queen would have entered with a mating attack here. Sorry, not that way, this way. King h7 played, knight f6 played, king g7, and now Nihal plays knight h5. Typical Nihal Sarin, where he repeats to get 2 seconds more on the clock, but with 1 minute left, can he find the winning move here, guys? The best move here is queen e3, but Nihal doesn't know that it exists in the position. He has to literally give up the temptation of drawing the game with knight f6 and play a move like queen e3, which is not easy. Queen e3 does very well. Oh, he plays it. Man, Nihal Sarin is playing so well. So well. Queen e3 on the board. Yes, we have the live board here, guys. All good, all good. Live board there. He's played queen e3. And now, what does Ding do? Ding has time, but not a great position. He pushes e5. I think Ding's resistance has been not particularly great here. Check, and now knight d5. I think he's simply missed this. Oh, knight g4 by Nihal. Nihal is like, I'm going to checkmate you with my queen and knight. Oh no, wow. Nepo blunders and loses, which is 2-0 for Nepo. Meanwhile, Nihal also planning to go 2-0 up here if he wins. What's the idea of queen e3? Aditya just not exchanging the queens, keeping the queens on the board for an attack against the black king. That was the main idea here. Now this is hanging because knight g4 is such a strong move. You can't take here because of check, king g8 and mate. That's a mate. By the way, rook e6 played here. And after rook e6, d takes e5 has been played with an extra pawn. Anish versus Raja in Canada still, but half a point more for Raja both to get. And there's a big problem actually, which is also something which we did not notice, is that white has a small threat here. If you move your bishop back, queen h6, king g8, knight f6, there is rook f6 because the queen would be hanging. But there is a nice move. If you go here, bishop f8, what should white play here to win material? Yeah, he plays bishop e7, but the same thing. Yes, Sharvil, Ayush, Arnav, yes, Nihal finds it. Rook c2. Rook is hanging, so he has to give up the queen. He had to give up the queen, and now rook comes in. Check, okay. And Nihal Sarin, oh, now knight f6 works. Knight f6 works. Guys, knight f6 game over. Over, khatam. Finish. Tata, goodbye. Takes. Rook sack, king g2. And then forced mate here. And if you take, rook takes, rook e8 is a mate. King g2, king g2. King g2 and he wins. He wins. Nihal Sarin 2-0 up in the match with 11 seconds to go. Finds another. Amazing. Yes, resigns. Nihal Sarin wins another game. What a play by the youngster. Just completely demolishing world number 2, Ding Liren. Unbelievable. I think Ding just lost his sense of danger when knight f4. He did not take. He should have taken here. He takes, queen takes, and then after queen c3, this looks defensible. You know, this is possible to defend, although white keeps some compensation. But when you play a move like queen c3, you are just not looking at opponent's threats. It's also because the opponent has created so many threats, you are tired now. Knight h5, what a move. Because after take, it's already, there's no question, it's check, it's game over. So check, king here, check, king here, checkmate. That is the problem. And so Here after knight h5, king h7, check. Oops, sorry. I really liked the next move that Nihal played, which was to play queen e3. Now, it's very easy to say this move, see it later on with the engine and say, oh, it's a normal move. He didn't want to exchange queens. But to believe in your attack and to see that black cannot take advantage of having the move right now because there are no concrete threats uh, is amazing. E5 checking here. He could have taken on d5, but he played knight g4, rook e6, de, and now this very interesting move, rook c2, attacking the queen and winning the rook. Wow. Raja also 2-0 up. Now, both the World Championship contenders in trouble. Nihal has 2 points. Ding has zero right now. 2.5 means Nihal is through. Amazing. Yeah, he just needs a draw. He just needs a draw. I was thinking that it'll be a close 2-2 fight, but right now it's becoming quite one-sided. Yes, I have to ask Hari Krishna to join. Yeah, maybe this might be the last game. I'll ask if he's available. Um, but also, I mean, we could do it once the match is over because we anyway would like to talk to him about European Club Cup. Deepak says Nihal going to Canada now. Surely, yeah. बाय द वे गाइस, आज आपने ये वाला चीज देखा कि नहीं? देखो क्या ही अमेजिंग चीज हुआ है. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शेयर विथ यू. आई मेड अ वीडियो ऑन इट. Oh, there's some issue with now it's back. So by the way, this is DreamHack. Please play this event, guys. DreamHack Rapid and Blitz 10 lakh, 7.5 lakh Rapid, 2.5 lakh rupees Blitz. I've pinned in the comment the link. You can go and check there. COB over the board is happening. There's also death match between Gukesh and Arjun. There's one thing which happened today, which I wanted to show you is this thing. Today we gave the FTX Prague scholarship of rupees 2,07,530, and this was given to this young boy named Ethan Vaz. And this is something which I have always dreamt of doing, is to, there was this small thing which FTX wanted to do, like a promotional activity, and they had a budget for it. And they said that, would Chessbase India like to do this, promote our app and so on, and we'll pay you. And we said that, why not convert it into a scholarship which can be given to a young talent? And they agreed to it. And it was given to we named it as FTX Prague scholarship because it was happening in this FTX Crypto Cup. If you remember, Prague was playing there in Miami, where he beat Magnus Carlsen. He finished runners up. So many people watched it because Prague was doing really well. And then recently, when Prague came home, he interacted with Ethan, and this entire sum was given to Ethan Vaz. So it was a great one. And I want to thank all of you for supporting, because these are the young talents. Ethan is just 11 years old. He's rated 2059, but with the right sort of backing, right um, guidance, right coaching, right tournaments, he can reach maybe 2300, 2400 very soon. Just like what happened with Ilam Parthi, if you think about it. So thank you so much, all for supporting. Prashant Pal says both candidates down. क्या हो रहा है सागर भाई? Exactly, exactly. I'm stuck at rating 1033. What to do? Please give your suggestion. Khalik, maybe it's better to just have a look at your games. I don't know what suggestion to give. Generally, tactics is the main issue at this level. If you can solve more tactics, that would be very cool. How did Rajabov win? Just to see his game. So I mean, he was better here. He was pressing on up, but still, I mean, to win this position against Nepo is not easy. Okay, all normal stuff, and then all of a sudden, it seems like he's lost. How? What happened? Ki hua? What is the winning move here? Oof, man, e5. Oh, what a move! Attacking this knight. Knight has to move. And now, guys, what's the winning move here? Come on, think, all of you. Like Rajabov is playing unbelievable chess. Just very cool. Let's see what you guys have come up with. Yes, G3. Well done, Urvin. Chess is more than fun. By the way, Urvin Saula has a very nice Discord server that he has made. I want to share the link of that. Urvin, I met him at Chessbase India um, Chess Club, and he has made a very nice Discord server. It's still, maybe people can help him improve it. So I can just put up the link here. Yeah, it has links of all the but by the 1 minute, I'll come to it. But G3 is the winning move here. Urvin, chess is more than fun. Som, Delight, Vinod, Shashwat, Naman, Vikram, Rookie Chess, and Sahil. Trapping the bishop. No, you can go here, bishop c1. But then, oh my god, what's the next winning move, guys? While you think, I'll put up the link of Urvin's Discord server here, because he has made something for all the openings that are there. So I'm going to put the link. You guys can check it out. And if you find it nice, suggest him ways in which you can improve it. He can add more things, more stuff there, different openings. So go and check it out, please. Yes, wow, the chat is so killer, guys. This is so good. King D1 attacking the bishop, and an Ajay, Praful, Som, chess is more than fun. Dinesh Chaudhary, Vinayak, Vikram, Delight, Sangeet, and Krishnov. Well done. Bishop is trapped. इधर नहीं जा सकता, इधर नहीं जा सकता. Knight is controlling. Wow, this is so nice. Total domination. There's this book I have. I don't know how many of you know. I definitely know that our guest Hari Krishna, who will be joining us, has solved that book very well. Um, and it is called Domination in 2545 Endgames. Does anyone know about that book? It is by Henrik Kasparian. Let me see if I can get it from here. Henrik Kasparian domination in 2-5-4-5 endgames. Very nice book. And there is this IM called Anup Desh. His name is Anup Deshmukh. And he recommends this book very much. He says that आपको हर piece, like every piece, कैसे move होता है, कैसे trap होता है, पकड़. Like here, if you realize this, the knight on c4 controls a3 and b2. So very important thing to remember. Yes, f3 would be hanging, but king takes c1 would go. You are saying that start with king d1. You are saying. You're saying this. No, but that maybe, but then g4 would come, right, and the bishop can escape. So better is to start with g3. By the way, guys, I wanted to ask you one question. The third game has begun. Rajabov playing with black pieces this time. One question was, how many of you have read this book ever in your life? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Have you read it? How is it? No, no, no. Very boring. Not yet. This book is in my house. Dad read it. I didn't, Rakshit says. Okay. Yeah, good, but boring. It's mediocre. Doesn't help. I was reading this book, and for nearly some 10-20 pages, he's like, if you read this you will become successful, if you read this you will become this, if you read. And I'm like, okay, okay, tell me what is it. They bata nahi rahe. They bol rahe ye hoga, ye hoga, ye hoga. I'm like, okay, reveal it. And they're like, okay. But yeah, it's supposed to be a classic. A lot of people. This book is all about self assertiveness, says Iso Entro. Ah. Ain't no book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's see if Nihal has started, because Nihal is the one who is getting rich, by the way, right now. One second, let me just make sure that I'll send the link over. One second. You done? Okay, I will then log in. I will suggest one book, The Psychology of Money, which does not talk about how to earn money but talks about how not to lose money and grow rich. Yes, I've read that book, Psychology of Money. It has 20 chapters or so, and it talks about all this. I learned a lot about saving money there. It says a lot about, like many times people focus so much on earning more but do not focus as much on saving. Saving money is actually a penny saved is a penny earned, right? That way. So it's a very nice. Yeah. By the way, the game has begun, and this time Nihal, playing with the black pieces, goes for Queen's Gambit accepted. Let's. So d4, d5, c4, dc, knight f3, knight f6, e3, e6, bishop c4, c5, castles, a6, b3 played by Ding, okay. Knight bd7, bishop b2, bishop e7, dc, bishop c5. Actually, this is a great opening for Nihal. I mean, in general, you would say that this is very nice. Okay, one question to all of you here in the chat, all the expert people. Why, I'll put the live board also. Why not to play b5 here? Okay, b5. What, just, I don't want the answer as such, the move. I want the concept. Why did Nihal play b6 here and not b5? Pritam Raghuvanshi says Sagar, by reading many self-help books or listening to various motivational gurus is just a way of procrastination, nothing else. Not really. I think if you read and you apply, like I read this book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, and I actually used some of the concepts quite instantly there, and it helped me clarify a lot of things in my life, especially the thing about when you collaborate with people, how you can think about win-win, win-lose, win, only win, lose-lose scenario. Then also about so I gained it. I mean, I have no other way to learn these things, so books really help me in that sense. A4, Archit Sharma, you are right. A4. So let's say if you go bishop d3, I castle. Then now the point is you can go a4, hitting this pawns and getting the c4 square for the knight. So that is the main reason why Nihal did not push b5, which is looking very tempting. This happens all the time. b5 is not the right sort of direction to go because of a4 at a later point, and this happens a lot um, in the Queen's Gambit accepted. And generally, just again a small thing, by the way, b6 is played and this is the current position on the board. Just to help you understand this, if the knight is already on c3, okay, let's say knight c3, here b5 makes a lot of sense. Okay, bishop e2, bishop b7, because a4, b4, you have hit the knight away. But when you play when your knight is still here, and let's say he plays this move, for example, say h3, just as an example, and you play b5, this is not a great idea, because now after, let's say, bishop b7, you can go a4, b4, and now what's the move, guys? What has happened? Did you understand what I was trying to say? a5 is possible, but the main point is knight d2. Very good, guys, very good. Knight d2 to c4, the knight sits here, so that's the reason why you kind of when the knight is on d2, generally black does not rush to play b5, and so Nihal's move b6 played. Dreamart says, how do we know which square is important to be controlled? Like knight can control many squares, but how to know among them which is the important one? It a lot of your understanding improves when you look at many games of good players. And when you look at games of good players who have positionally used their knights nicely to attack squares, that could be very good to see. For example, in such a position, I see that d6 and c6 are weak. So if I can get this c4 square for myself, I will have permanent control of d6. e4 played by Ding, which is an interesting move. I think Nihal will go bishop b7, e5, knight d5. Yeah, he plays bishop b7, e5 played on the board. Ding is at going aggressive, and I think is a very interesting thing, right? Because when Ding was in a must-win game in the candidates, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong here, against Hikaru Nakamura in the last round, they did play the exchange variation, Queen's Gambit accepted, right? Queen's Gambit accepted was played there as well. Soumya says they are following the game between Gelfand and Carlsen from Julius Baer. Ah, okay. Okay, knight d5 played. Rook e1 played. Castles now. I think Ding will come in with knight e4 now. Knight e4. I don't want to give up this bishop easily. Ah, there's this nice. Guys, knight e4. Bishop e7 is one possibility, but can you see a tactical move here? How many of you can spot a tactical idea here? Let's see. Now think tactically. b5 for sure is possible, but something more tactical. No one, huh? No one has been able to find it. Or no, people have. Yes, well done. Sayan Sarkar, Kirthika Chess, Dharmista Parmar, Harshit, Shubham, Chess is more than fun, and Sugandhi, knight e3. I really like this move because if you take here, I can take your knight. That's the point. Okay, bishop d3 played by Ding. So Ding, but there was another thing. Like for example, if you go knight e4, knight e3, I can go queen d3, defending this. And if knight c4, then not worrying about this bishop hanging, but in fact going knight e g5, threatening a mate in 1, g6, and then playing queen takes c4 with a small edge because the queen can swing over here. It was slightly complicated to calculate that, so bishop d3 was played by Ding. Now let's see what Nihal comes up with. Badri Narayan says, what's the tactic in that? Well, sometimes tactic doesn't mean that you win material. Tactic means something which is sort of an unusual idea, like something where you are putting a piece on e3. So you can say it was a simplifying tactic. When will Hari sir come? I am not sure. He should. I was under the impression that this will go on for 4 games at least, and so we had planned that he would join on the 4th game. But it's very difficult to imagine that some player will take a 2-0 lead in such a match. Generally, such matches are well matched, or you can say well contested. Nepo is winning, huh? Nepo is winning. Oh, nice. Which means that we'll go into the 4th game there for sure. I think Nepo is pawn up. He'll convert. But I think it's more difficult for Ding to do something here. What move should Nihal play? Anirudh says, is knight f4 a good move? Anirudh, maybe yes. Knight f4. But you may have to consider bishop e4 there. I think that could be his point. If knight f4, he wants to play bishop e4, exchange the bishops. Nihal plays bishop e7 back. I was wondering if Nihal can play queen e7 to sort of exchange the bishops. Okay, bd3, bishop e7, knight e4 played, and now Nihal plays this very nice move. I like this next move. Knight c5. Attacking the knight and the bishop, and after knight takes c5, I think it's time to take bishop takes c5. Not YouTuber says rook c8 में क्या problem है, open file. I think it's not an issue to play rook c8 also. Like in this position, if you played rook c8, should be a okay move, not at all a bad move. So good idea. But bishop e7, what Nihal wanted to do is he wanted to put his knight on c5, attack this bishop, maybe then with knight b4 or knight f4, aim at the d3 square with his knights. But even knight e4, Nihal instantly offered a trade, takes. And if you think about this position, I think that this is very, very tricky for white, because even though white has more space, black's pieces are so beautifully located, with the knight looking here, bishop looking here, bishop on the long diagonal. Are kya hi, what a position. And also there is no threats of bishop takes h7, king h7, knight g5 business, because the queen is looking here. Imagine that the bishop was here and you make some, like waste move, then yes, then there is this Greek gift for sure, check, king here, and then yes. But the knight is not there, the bishop is not there controlling here, the bishop is on b2, and so there are no sacrifices coming in for the time being. So now Ding is thinking, how should I create some play by which I can at least put pressure. Low sound? My sound got low or what? Okay. Maybe now it's better. Um, okay, now should be okay. Sound is good. Rajabov saving the game. Oh, Rajabov. Rajabov now saving the game, threatening knight b3, rook b3, rook c4. Rook endgames are notoriously drawish. That means Raja will win this. And look at what Ding has done, guys. मैं तो मस्ती मस्ती में बोला था, ठीक है. I was to saying just for fun. Bishop c1. I was to saying for fun. Bishop c1. But he actually played it. And he is threatening to play, take this and knight g5. So now let's say I go h6. I think h6 is Nihal's move. He will play that. But if you are really very oh my god, Nihal finds knight b4. I can't believe how this guy is playing so well. क्योंकि why I will tell you guys, मतलब मैं क्यों ये मूव से impress हुआ हूँ, because after bishop h7, king h7, knight g5, okay, king g8, queen h5, you think you're going to get mated, but Nihal here has spotted a very special move. Guys, can you find it? That is the point of knight b4. What is the special move that Nihal has spotted in the position here after Greek gift? Yes, you guys are champs. By the way, all those who are saying rook e8 does not work, check. King h8, check. King g8, check. King f8, check. King e7, queen g7, mate. So don't do this. Don't do this. And the point here, let's see what the moves are suggested. No, only so many people found it. Kritika Chess. Chess is more than fun. Sajal Jaiswal, Name, Somil, Chirag, Krishnav, Swaminathan Ramados, Samir Sangam, and Devi Charan. Queen d3 defending h7. What a nice way to hold this position. Well done, guys. All those who found it. And that's why knight b4 works in the position. Let's go back to the game. And now, guys, bishop e2 played by Nihal, by Ding. And what does Nihal do now? And as we look at the game, guys, we have the special guest joining in here. Let me bring him on the screen. Hello, Hari.
Hi.
Hari, we were thinking that you would join us at fourth game, but it seems like the match might end sooner than that.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. Although I was hoping for some kind of, Armageddon where Nihal flags.
but just this game right now, I mean, of course, the engine says a huge advantage to Nihal after he has 2-0 edge, like he's already won 2 games. Do you think
Yeah.
like this is huge advantage for Black? Like, do you feel it?
Yes, clearly, because if white doesn't have any kind of attack on the king side, this e5 pawn is a potential weakness in long run, and black has this nice outpost on d5, which can be used for the knight on b4 also. I mean, queens are getting exchanged, so it's basically only black can win, but I think black has huge advantage here.
The engine's top move here is queen c7. I don't think
Yes.
Nihal would play that, right?
No, the point of queen c7 is to go knight c2, queen c2, bishop f2 check.
Oh, so it's tactical. And actually, it's not easy to stop it, huh?
Yeah. Now, if you tell me the engine top move, I will tell the idea.
But of course, the match situation, I think queen d1 is the right decision he took. Rook f8.
Yeah, and rook d8 and just exchange pieces, and that's it. I mean, he doesn't have to go for crazy stuff,
Right. Because a draw is enough for him.
Draw is enough. Draw is good.
What would you say, like, is I mean, you've played yourself Ding several times in rapid format or in classical. Uh, to beat him in this style is amazing. Yes.
Yeah. No, it's and I think Nihal is the right person because actually he has a very good positional understanding. Okay, he can, he's very good at bullet and all these things, but I feel that he's actually good positional player. So he knows where to put the pieces, and that saves a lot of time. So he doesn't have to calculate after every move.
Hmm.
And that is one of the reasons why he is also good at bullet. He's tricky, but he also knows where to put the pieces in random positions. Yeah,
Right.
so that helps him a lot.
I think a lot of people have mentioned, like, whenever I've spoken to anyone about Nihal, two things they've said is he's positionally very strong and he
Yeah,
converts like small edges very well.
yeah,
And I think
definitely.
somewhere if we see your, like, if what is your style, it's also similar, right? So would you say
Yeah.
you and Nihal are kind of similar in playing style?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, it's I would say even he, when I was younger, let's say I was much more positional, than now. So yeah, for sure, Nihal has this amazing gift on understanding the position. It's really amazing to see his games. Of course, sometimes I feel he could push more in classical games, of course. And I mean, in rapid and blitz and so on, so he's really amazing to watch. Small age, and he's just crushing his opponent.
Right, and he doesn't lose too many games. Like in the Olympiad,
Yeah,
he was unbeaten. Now in ECC also, he was unbeaten. He has many draws,
yeah.
but he's very difficult to beat.
No, extremely hard to beat. And I mean, I won one game against him in Sigaman 3 years back.
Right. I
uh,
remember the bishop end game. You
yes,
had
yes.
you had sort of, it was kind of drawish, but you
No,
played
no,
well.
it was drawish. Yeah, it
Yes.
was drawish. He defended well, but at one moment he misplayed. But in general, I mean, you could see the way he defended that game. It was
Yeah.
quite impressive, I must say. And here in this position, he's doing everything nicely. So as long as he doesn't blunder, I mean, White is not going to win this, which means it's enough for winning the match. That's all it matters.
Right, absolutely. And by the way, in the chat, everyone's just enjoying you being here. Ajay Ajju says, Hari Guntur boy sends a lot of love to you.
Thank you.
And Hari, by the way, I want to tell the chat, they know it, but still for few people who might not know, Hari Krishna has just won the gold medal at European Club Cup for his team Novi Bor, and also an individual silver medal for board number 1 with a phenomenal performance by beating uh, Vishy Anand, MVL, like two super strong players, and also had an amazing, very interesting game with Magnus Carlsen. So we'll be looking at a few of those moments after this game gets over. But Harif, happy with how things panned out in European Club Cup?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Sagar, and thanks everyone for the wishes. Yeah, it's. I mean, after losing to Magnus, it was very important for me and my team that I strike back. Before I continue, I just want to tell the point of Nihal. After a3, bishop d4 is the point. I just because I cannot get rid of this in my head. So
Bishop
bishop
d4.
d4.
Okay.
Yeah. A takes b4, bishop a1, and rook d2. That's the point.
Ah.
So he just kept this trick. So a3, he gets bishop d4.
But with a3, he can also come back. But you
Yeah,
say
but
that bishop d.
if he
Ah,
doesn't play a3, he can never move this rook from a1, which means he's stuck.
correct.
And but he's waiting,
By the way, he has played a3.
Yeah, I expect bishop d4.
But Nihal just simply goes knight c6 back. But I think
Okay.
your idea was also very, very strong. Yeah, knight, bishop
Yeah.
d4. Here.
But with the match situation, I
He's,
think absolutely no need. That's correct.
he's just playing it safe. And also,
Yeah,
this is hanging.
yeah.
This might be a threat.
Knight f3, knight d4 for sure.
Ah,
And
okay.
and he's going to exchange
Just
this.
exchange.
Then it's over. So yeah, back to the
What you
Crore.
are saying is happening. Yes, knight
Yes,
f3 on the board.
yeah, knight d4 will come, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, it was very important for me and my team to win after losing against Magnus. It was actually quite interesting game, but he came up with amazing idea with g4 and h4 later on. And then I play Anand. I lost to Magnus, and then I play Anand. So in a way, it was a perfect opportunity to fight back. And yeah, I'm glad that we will talk about this because it's in the last phase, and I
Right,
think it
right.
will end pretty soon. Yeah.
Takes has happened. Trade of knights. Rook
Yeah,
c1.
bishop b2 is probably over.
And also, can we take this pawn?
Yes,
It's
of course you can take, but the point is with bishop b2, rook c8, bishop c8. If you move the,
oh,
and then I just want to draw. Yeah, I don't want to
right,
play for win.
right.
But of course he can take also bishop e5.
Yes, and he takes bishop e3.
Yeah, rook d1, rook d1 maybe. Just too many exciting options here for black. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's and when you need to just draw, I think this is almost gone for Ding.
Yes,
There's
yes,
no
yes.
way.
This is the main issue here. Yes, absolutely.
Do you think, like Hari, I was very impressed with the move that Nihal played here, which was, I mean, maybe not very special in general, but when you have to just draw, then
Yeah.
when your opponent plays bishop c1, clearly angling at bishop h7 and knight g5 with this
Mm-hmm.
Greek gift, I would quickly play h6, like just to save it. But Nihal,
Yes.
very sharp, like plays knight b4 so that at the end there's queen d3 and
Yes, yes. Queen d3 and queen h7 is protected. Yeah, he
right.
sees these moves very fast. Yeah. But h6 actually could be very risky for black. I mean, with
Right.
a3 and queen e2, he can just. It's dangerous for.
Got it.
Yeah. So no, knight b4 is perfect. Yeah. Now
Yeah,
bishop d4.
Nihal is just wanting to trade. Oh, but rook d1 maybe.
e5, e5.
E5 is there.
Yeah. No, this endgame is nothing. Yeah. So bishop d4, I can take e d4, and no, white is never going to win this.
Correct.
Yeah, rook c7, maybe like one of the last tries.
He played.
Bishop takes e3.
Yes.
He has to take f3 because rook b7 you are not going to win.
Oh, they drew already, which means Nihal
Yeah,
has won.
because it's no chance. Yeah, I mean here how white can even play for win here?
Yeah, just moving away this bishop is also pawn up, and here if you take then opposite color you are pawn down. So
No, actually, he will try to win this if he needs to win,
correct.
but draw is enough. But I mean, I will also play for win here from the black side, so no need to draw here. And here, of course, bishop e4, bishop d5, everything is good for black.
Correct. So that with this, the match has ended, guys. It is unbelievable. I was at least thinking it will go into the tiebreak at the very least, but
Now, after 2-0, I don't think so.
no, at the start of the day.
At the start of the day, yes. That was my wish, but yeah, this is even better.
This is fantastic, which means we have one Indian player who's reached the top 8 in the Global Chess Championship. Hari, just your thoughts on this event because it has a prize fund of $1 million, and
Yeah.
it seems like the online chess scene is becoming more and more sort of with higher prize money, more and more important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the prize fund events are increasing with every year. Obviously, thanks to large audience who got interested in chess. I mean, without the audience, the sponsors wouldn't be so interested to pump in so much money. And definitely, that's a very good sign. And I'm very happy that Nihal reached top 8. And I mean, with all the jokes and beating Ding in any format is extremely hard. And he won convincingly, I must
And
say.
Ding is also right now in normal time zone. It's not like he's 3 a.m. at
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
It's a normal time
Actually,
inside.
actually, I start to realize he got so much used to playing at 1 a.m. He lost this touch, And he starts to play well in this odd time zones. Now he can't give this reasoning that I'm in, But yeah, I know any time control, any day, he is a very, very strong player, and no, not easy to beat him. Not easy. But Nihal did it very convincingly, so that's very good.
Yeah, fantastic. So there we have the match, and Hari, thank you for joining for this match. But we also would like to talk to you about your event that you played so well. Firstly, a huge congratulations. I
Thank you.
wanted to show a picture to the viewers. Let me just see if I
You
can.
are not you are not going to give some puzzles, right?
Huh? No, no.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very good.
Did you? No, not those studies,
Yeah.
Vishal.
No, because if you ask like, okay, this queen versus rook, what do you think? Yeah. I mean, I have no idea.
No, no, no. But we will discuss very briefly that end game with
Okay.
MVL.
Okay.
But this is your team, and a
Yep.
very beautiful picture of you with team Novibor. I personally fell in love with this team when I read a New in Chess article. I don't know who wrote it, but I was in the train and I
Mm-hmm.
was reading, I think in New in Chess, Novibor had won that year. So I got to know it was 2013, I believe.
2013. Yes.
And I read this article and I realized like every player, I believe Shashi Kiran was at that point, you and Shashi were in the
Yes.
team.
Yes.
And there was Lajnishka, Navara,
Bartel. Bartel.
Bartel. And it was a great team. So I have always wondered like what is it that makes team Novibor so sort of a pleasant team to watch, always very happy in high spirits. So could you shed some light on that?
Sure. Actually, this I joined the year 2013, but I could not play that year. I started playing next year. So we
Ah,
have won several times silver medal, but never gold medal. So that's kind of some kind of emptiness. I won so many gold medals in other team events, but with Novibor, I could not win European Club Cup. And this time we managed to win it convincingly. So regarding the team spirit, I think we know each other personally very well, and most of the players in the team have been with the team for a couple of years, and we played not only just ECC, European Club Cup, but also in the Czech Extra League. So that way you have some interaction with each other. And of course, I know every member from the team, and they are my very good friends, obviously. And we hang out well, and obviously when somebody is not in shape, we support each other. Like it's quite important. And I can't say what is the situation with other teams, but let's say when somebody is in a difficult situation, other player is fighting to save the match or get the point, and that helps quite a lot. And this kind of increases the responsibility, between team members. And this is maybe the main reason, you can say.
right, absolutely. And I think would it be fair to say that one of the reasons why you are in Prague and you are living in Czech is because of the team Novibor?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, for sure. Because of this, and yeah, I mean, I play here in the leagues and various places, so it's easier for me to travel. And it's my ninth year actually with them, so
Right.
it's really long time.
I was telling the viewers when I was commentating on ECC that having a team like a stable team
Hmm.
in Europe, let's say one team that you have is like
Hmm.
having a home sort of away from home.
Yes,
uh,
yes, yes. Second
they
home. Yeah,
yeah, it's like the team owners or the team managers help you
yeah,
in your chess career and so
yeah,
on.
yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things which certainly a player needs to take care of. I mean, it's like what you see is just the game,
Hmm.
but behind the scenes there are a lot of
Hmm,
things
absolutely.
which every player will have troubles with or some kind of issue. But yeah, luckily I have beautiful people around, and obviously they help a lot. I mean, although I play good games, it's not just my only my one person effort. So that's a very important and valid point which you make here.
Right. And Harry, what are your thoughts on this current sort of situation? Like I have not seen so many Indians so close in the top
Yeah.
25 in the world, right? Like anyone can become in top two now, like just move few elo points separating four players.
Actually, I think there are two more guys missing.
You mean Prague?
Prag and Nihal, they will
Nihal,
be
right.
soon. They will be soon there. So it's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. It's um, like how to put it. Like there was a time when only Anand was
Hmm.
in the top, and then afterwards myself Vidit came, and then now Gukesh, Arjun. But I am waiting when Nihal and Prag will also come. So it brings a very healthy competition, and we support each other actually. So like when we are discussing chess, we play blitz or share ideas, etc. So it's really wonderful to have so many youngsters,
Hmm.
and it motivates. Actually the way they play. It's with every generation, it's changes little bit, and it's a lot to learn with every youngster.
I think I have seen like two schools of thoughts in experienced players. With Levon, I had once an interview, and he had said he loves to play with youngsters because he learns a lot from them. And
Yeah,
I've seen a second school of thought, which where players say, "Well, playing with these youngsters, I don't enjoy it so much. They are very young, they are very sharp, they have nothing to lose. I get stressed out playing them." What you, I think, are in that school of thought that it's nice that youngsters are
yeah.
coming up.
No, no, it's I think in life or in sport or in any sphere in general, like youngsters bring this incredible amount of energy, which of course reduces by the experience you gain. Let's put it that way. Because when you know too much, you have certain limitations or
Mm.
limit or whatever. But the youngsters, some of the opening choices, some of the moves, it's really interesting and a lot to learn from their games. And not just by rate, like only the players who are at the top, but many other youngsters as well. I am certain it's just a matter of time that we'll see many more in this list.
Amazing, amazing. That's very nice to know. And Hari, how was it? You there were some very nice pictures of you and Vidit, sitting on top board, two boards of this team, and
Yeah.
just smiling and before the game. Like Vidit played really well, right?
Yeah, amazing tournament, and I'm very happy that he started with nice victories, and then he won against Michalewski. It's not an easy task to win from black pieces, especially in the team competitions. And he beat Michalewski as well as Rapport. So these
Hmm.
are very difficult wins. And of course, he also had nice wins against Krivoruchko and so on.
Yes, Aryan.
So
Yeah.
we have, like I said, we played many times ECC already, and also many team competitions. So we kind of feel like whose position is good or bad kind of a thing, you know. So, so we understand what is happening in others board, so that helps a lot. Perhaps not so much for our opponents.
True, true. That is right. So, Hari, can we go and look at few moments from your games? I think the first game definitely to look at is between you and Vishy Anand.
Mhm.
You've played with him. I checked in the database 11 times before this, in various formats. Maybe
I
I'm,
never won. I
yeah,
never
you
won.
you never won
Never
in
won.
Blades or Rapid.
No, no, no. No,
Uh,
actually, Rapid and Blitz, I have bad score. And Classical, I think we drew all the games.
hmm.
We didn't play that many games actually, but Rapid and Blitz, I don't have such a good score against him.
Right, right. So I think here when you were facing him, um, this was like one of the positions that was reached. I think his last move, knight b3, bishop b6, bishop e3, was
Yeah.
the game between Shankland and Aronian,
Yes.
and this e5 was played in that game. Were you surprised that Vishy went knight e7 here?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's hard to say because I didn't play the my usual openings. You know, my choice was a little bit not what he could have guessed, and that makes it hard to remember the whole sequence of moves. And if you do not remember this game or like engine recommendation, then e5 is a bit weird to play, you know.
Hmm.
Although this is concretely working out very nicely here, but you are giving away d5 e4 and you are not
Yes.
sure like what happens, you know, like if knight moves to d2 and so on. So that is what I would guess. Like he probably checked it and he remembers it, but then this is not the main opening in dc4 c5 Catalan. And the 97 is a practical move because he just wants to play bishop a4, exchange pieces, and put the knight on d5, and to equalize the game.
Hmm.
From that point, I would say that he started to think. So for sure, he did not check this line.
Right. And when you reach a position like this against
Yes.
a player of Anand's caliber, generally I feel like because he's a very sort of a good defender, it's not easy to convert such a position. Did you also feel that during the game, or you felt like you had good chances here?
Now here I felt I have good chances, but with Anand having the knight, it's always tricky. So this knight is jumping too much even in the game. So, but I need a clear plan. You know, he really likes to find the concrete defense and
Hmm.
make fortress. This is very sometimes annoying because you play a very nice game, but then you fall into a fortress and then everything is gone. So this is one thing I desperately was looking to avoid.
Hmm.
And here I thought that if I can get e4 f3 knight c1 b3 knight d3, then I am just winning. But with every plan there is some kind of defense, so that's the reason why I was taking some time here to calculate how I can proceed.
This what you said right now is very very interesting. This entire plan, because I would never like. How did you come up with this? Is it like the before weakness that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to?
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
then why
Before.
not just knight c1, knight d3 and b3? Why f3 and e4 is needed?
So basically, if I let him, he will go knight d6, bishop f5, and which means whenever I play knight d3, he's gonna take bishop d3. So I cannot
Achha.
attack the b4 pawn,
Ah, okay.
and which
That's right.
means the most likely scenario, I have to get e4, and if I get e4, he would go bishop b5 to stop my knight d3, which means I have to play f3 and get bishop f1.
Ah, okay. Now I understand. Okay, it's like you said certain calculations,
Yeah,
and from first step to the last, and
yeah, I
now
just went from last step to the first step. Yes.
and for us, you now broke it down, which was very
Yeah.
cool. Uh, so in the game, When Vishy, yeah.
Actually, I was even thinking about a move like knight a1.
Oh.
It would have been very nice, like, you know, if knight d6, knight c2, I have to play. But then b3, and then we would reach, you know, bishop e6 and so on. If I had b3 already, then I'm just winning. Yeah.
And if you play b3 now, he'll play bishop
Bishop
f5.
f5.
Right.
This is the issue.
And
So I needed e4 f3 by this time.
Right. If you had f3, you could have done
Yeah.
this. Correct. Okay.
So yeah, knight c1. So finally, I decided to go knight c1, and he played knight d6.
Yeah, knight d6,
Yeah.
knight d3, and he gave up this pawn.
Yeah. Now here he had to give up the
Right.
pawn, and yeah, I was thinking he could maybe go e4, but it looks a bit strange to keep this pawn on light square, right? So that's why he played f6. I think it's logical. Bishop d5 check, king f8 here. Yeah, f4 was a little bit hasty. I mean, e4 is okay, but f4 was not so great. I should go a bit slower with knight b4, f3, and so on. Because f4, he takes f4, and my king is far, and his king is already there, you know. So now here I thought it was close, close to equal. Something like bishop e6 would have been easier.
Instead of f5.
Yeah, bishop e6 forces my knight to go to c3. This is the main problem.
And you want to go to d4.
Yeah. I need my knight on d4. So and once I get the knight to c3, he can go f5.
But can you not go knight d4 now?
Yeah, now bishop takes d5. He takes d5, and f5, I think, is the move.
And then king comes here.
Yeah, king comes, and okay, this extra pawn doesn't matter so much.
Correct. So that's why f5 was not. And here, were you surprised that in the game he went knight e8?
Yes. Knight e8 I thought was just lost. I was expecting knight b5. This was my main. I mean, okay. Later on, somebody told that knight f7 is just a draw, but I did not see this. To be honest, bishop takes f7, king f7, knight d4. I thought I just bring the king, but computer has some amazing f4 and bishop g4.
Exactly. Yes, this and stopping this bishop g4.
And I simply don't have any entry point here. Very nice defense. I mean, something which Anand probably would find this, you know.
Correct.
So it's I mean, all of a sudden you see this defense, and yeah. But okay, knight b5 is logical, because I'm stopping knight d4, and at the same time to get knight c7 or bishop e6.
Okay.
And here I wanted to play bishop c4. Once again, my idea is to take and put knight on d4, bring the king, you know.
Right.
So knight c7, I go knight d4 actually. And I mean, it's hard to say that if I'm winning here, but okay, game goes on. Game goes on. I want to get bishop to d3 and like this.
Got it. So when he went here, I mean, for people who are just like looking on the surface of this game, it is quite a shock that from like 0.3, the engine suddenly gives plus 2.5 edge. Which is like, I mean, how did this happen? How would you explain this huge shift in evaluation?
Basically, the knight is stuck. The black's knight, you know, like when you have just two pieces and one piece mobility is like changed, the entire dynamics changed, because usually with knight on d6 he can jump many places, but with knight on e8 and c7 or g7 he's limited.
Correct.
I think this is one reason. But in concrete, knight d4 and the f5 pawn is weak, so this is the main issue here.
And I think one thing which I wanted to understand was if in the game you slowly sort of made progress, like you didn't do it all at once, slowly, just
no, I was trying to finish my 40 moves.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I think at some point it so happened that Vishy played this move.
Yeah, this is lost.
Right. So instead of this, let's say if he had waited, I mean, maybe let's say with something like king c8.
King c8, yes.
Yeah. I mean, how are you planning to sort of break through here?
I have to get I have to play at some point e6, but I was trying to think like which was the moment, like king d4 e6, or how do I do this?
Hmm.
Because if I manage to get king e5, this pawn is not so important. But I had another plan, which is to bring this knight to d4 and push h4 at some point.
Correct. And then get knight f3, push,
Yeah.
force him this way,
Yes,
right?
and then I go back and take f4 square. Yeah, absolutely.
Which actually happened in the game in a more simpler way with one exchange. So take knight d4 and h4.
Yeah, this by the way, still 96 is a draw. I mean,
Yes,
if,
yes.
if you get like you want to win quickly and take 96, then it's a draw.
True. So actually, h4, and I mean Anand resigned because
Yeah.
I think he saw no way to knight f3 coming
Yes,
back.
yes.
Take.
I wanted to play king e7, knight f3, not to give even this chance of f4 check actually. Bishop d5, hg5. I can show you nice idea. hg5, bishop f3, g takes h6.
Ah, nice.
That was my. I was thinking because, yeah.
Very cool.
Because if I take hg5, like instead of knight f3, so h takes g5, knight f3, and now f4. Probably I am winning. G takes f4, G takes f4, and king f4. But I have to.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not necessary.
Correct. So yeah, a very nice win for you, and I think a very special game. I saw your interview after this, and you had said that this would count as one of your best games in your career.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool. And then we go to your game with MVL, and Hari, you need to tell us like how, like what an interesting trap this was. Like you went bishop h6.
Yeah.
Did you foresee that this trap exists here?
Um. Okay, it's really a cheapo trap, to be fair. But my calculation was okay. Here he has two moves: rook b8 or king f7. I didn't even consider bishop g7, to be honest. I will tell you why. So king f7, let's say f4. Here bishop g7, and now here I saw d6.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the d6 I saw. Okay, fe4 is equal here, but bishop h6, let's say, and d7, bishop f4, queen, bishop c1, and you get the same position without my f pawn.
Which is kind of
Yeah, I was thinking, how do I win here? Because once the bishop comes to f6, it's just a draw. And when he played bishop g7, I thought, oh wait, now I even have an extra pawn.
You've not lost the f4 pawn.
Yeah, my f2 pawn is just extra for me. And then I immediately saw, because d6 is my only trap here. There is nothing else I can do. And yeah, this whole sequence of moves are pretty forcing here. Bishop h6, and
just to tell our viewers that if this check here and then that bishop is lost, and if he took in this game d7, and it's very important. Actually, I saw this very nice line that if you try to do this,
draw.
It's a draw after check. There's no way to come out of these checks.
Yeah, king f3 and rook b3 check. Yeah. Yes.
So you found this very nice d7 takes queen, and like let's just have your like how did you overall assess this endgame, which was like here, because it's so tricky when you are facing queen versus rook and pawns. Did you think that it's winning? Like,
yeah, this is winning.
So you knew it in your head. Why would you say it's winning? Because if any of the pawns are left, they are all winning against queen rook versus pawn, or how?
No. Okay. This is exactly what I was afraid of.
No, no, no. I just wanted to know your thoughts. I don't know if this is because
No.
even, I mean, I
Basically,
think
okay.
more.
Okay. The simplest. I mean, we cannot. There is no need to discuss like A, B, and all these things. But let's say if black keeps the H pawn on h6 and rook on g5, this is a draw because you have king h7, king h8, and so on. However, if the king is on h file, it's a win.
You mean white king, right?
Yes.
Even with h6, rook g5.
Yeah.
If the king is
And
on this side of the board, it's a draw.
it's a draw. That's what I was told. I mean,
That's what you knew in your mind.
yes, if the pawn, white has a pawn on h5, then it's a draw because this king h5 is important.
Oh, oh. So if having an extra pawn is worse. So if h6, rook g5, h5, and
Yes.
king on h4 is a draw with the
Yes,
queen.
this is a draw.
Oh.
I mean, we have to make a lot of moves to reach there, but this is what I knew, and yeah, like basically, like if the pawns are like wait, sixth rank, yeah. See, so if it's beyond this, then white cannot, black king cannot hide. So this is the reason why f5 is not good.
Correct, correct. And so you were very calm, like you just cleaned up the.
Yeah, queen f8 I think is kind of important. I am not sure if this is the only way. So once I play queen f8, h6, I go queen g8 and queen h7. I don't give black this opportunity to go king h7.
You remove the king from here.
Yeah, I remove the king from there. Yes, exactly. Because with queen you can collect all the pawns anytime, so it's not necessary that I rush into, like, for example, queen a7 could seriously mean like h6, and I have to work a lot in winning this.
And maybe it's a draw, no? Now or
Yeah,
not?
this is a, I mean, I don't have table base, but I think it's a
this
draw.
could be a draw, right? Okay, and this. So the way in which I understood this was that you won this pawn, and this endgame, you knew that this is winning.
Yeah, I know this is winning.
But did you know the method, or you figured it out over the board?
No, I found it over the
Oh,
board.
nice. Because you have to, like, I was looking when I was commentating, I opened Doretsky's endgame manual and I was trying to see how to win it from behind. And you have to make these waiting moves, which is sort of what you did. You forced the king ahead, and I think you did it very well.
Oh, it's a great compliment from you.
Sorry. No, I mean, not compliment. It was like I was looking at the book and you were doing the same thing. So it's actually like not from me, but from the book.
No, I like queen end games a lot because it's a lot to do with the calculation, so it's very interesting. But I mean, I probably didn't do the best way, but okay, it's not easy to remember the entire sequence. Yeah, I just need to move his rook from e4.
Right.
This was important, yeah.
And king f2, I think he resigned here.
Yes, this was a bit strange for me.
But I think he is just in trouble, right? Every way.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, there was this game between Peter Swidler and Boris Gelfand from 2001 World Cup, where Boris Gelfand drew with rook against queen.
Right. Yes.
And actually, it is quite challenging to win against table base. It's not that simple to win with the queen against table base. People can try, actually.
Is this something which you have trained at any point to win with queen rook? And but do you remember, like, after a point, or after a point it sort of slips the memory?
I do remember the pattern, but I don't exactly remember the sequence of moves. But I know the pattern.
Okay.
And actually, after studying it, I played Spanish League in 2016, actually. And I got queen versus rook, but my opponent lost pretty fast, so I
You
couldn't
couldn't enjoy.
I couldn't explain it what to do.
Nice. And just a final game that I wanted to just get your thoughts on with Magnus. Of course,
Yeah.
you said that at some point, like you felt like here you felt you were okay, and then he came up with a good plan. Is that how you said?
Yes, exactly. So basically, if I manage to bring my knight, knight d7, knight f6, black is doing quite fine. And my main point is that a b4 pawn stops knight from coming to c3, and e5 pawn stops knight from coming to d4, c6, or f4, and so on. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like, yes, I have slightly inferior pieces because of bishop on a8, knight on b8, but thanks to this e5 pawn and b4 pawn, knight on e2 is not able to jump, and that's when he found g4. Actually, when I see from white side, it looks very obvious because the similar kind of idea happens in g3, knight off, and
Hmm.
various places where they go h3 g4 and knight g3 and jump to f5,
Right.
threatening queen g5, etc. So
And this
now
does
it
look like a Sicilian position slightly,
exactly,
not like
yeah,
Catalan.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So this looks like a Sicilian g3, knight of g3, and where knight goes to g3 and knight f5, and it's crushing attack. And after this, the position is very pleasant for white.
Hmm. Knight d7, knight
Yeah,
g3, g6.
I had to stop knight f5, and yeah.
And then we came to somewhere this point.
Yeah, here rook d6 I had to play. Like I didn't have any other choice to defend this queen on b6. And okay, it's still worse, but maybe I can fight a
Hmm.
bit here because h takes g6, maybe rook g6 or something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you miss this rook c8 or how was it?
No. I saw rook c8, but what I missed is queen h6.
Ah, this move with
Now
bishop
queen
e4.
h6 was crushing because I mean, if g takes h5, I thought I can go queen f6 or queen d6. Queen d6, I think.
Hmm.
Queen d6, and then I keep playing. I mean, still it's worse. I don't like black's position here.
Right.
But queen h6 is crushing because I can't play queen f8, or I can't exchange the queen simply because two passed pawns I cannot stop.
Hmm.
And if I take h takes g4, bishop e4, and this
Right.
is the
Right.
usual mate, so nothing to be done here. This is lost.
Right.
And I tried my I mean, it's not really a great trick or something. Bishop d5 and queen d2, this is also quite lost.
Right. Right.
And Magnus played perfectly towards the end.
Yeah, he played this end game very well, and there was this I think one final trap where
Yeah,
he
if
was.
b3 is there, it's a draw. I saw
Yes,
this.
yes,
Yeah, I saw this, but I'm one move down. Yeah, so
correct.
nothing I can do.
Yeah,
I think here, yeah, king if b3, he's not gonna play. I, I think it's b3 here.
yeah. You played king d3.
Yeah, maybe I should have tried to see if he will find or not, but okay, it's lost.
True, true. Uh, and one last point what I wanted to ask you was this move a4. You played it, then Vidit played it. Very interesting new idea. Yes, is it like
Yeah, the
you
point
guys
is,
discuss these
uh,
opening ideas or?
no, actually I saw this quite long time ago. But the point, I mean, the idea is that usually white wants to play f3.
Hmm.
But then black obviously have to counter with b5, a5, and expand on the queen side with knight b6, like.
Right.
So actually, I'm not really interested in advancing a4, a5, but I'm playing a4 to stop b5.
Okay.
So once you play a5,
Hmm.
I mean,
As black.
black a, yeah,
Hmm.
black a5. Now you are no longer going to play b5 and c5. Always I get the b5 square. So
Ah.
that's the small point behind this a4 move.
Very interesting. It's so nice that in a position which has been seen for years, where there were like two, three plans, which was F3, 4, Rook B1, B4, B5
Mm-hmm.
minority. Now
Mm-hmm.
suddenly there's a new plan which
Yeah.
everyone's exploring.
No, of course, it's thanks to the advancement of engines, but also you have to understand, like,
Yes.
yes, A4 is good, but if you don't know for what it is good, then we can't exploit it. So with little help from the engine, it always help, get some nice ideas like this. And later on, I think this was a smooth game. I think.
Yeah, yeah, this was a very nice game, and overall, like your performance was tremendous, Hari, because playing on board number one is very tough. You faced like four of the top players in the world of
Yes.
chess: Carlsen, Mamed Yarov, Anand, and MVL,
MVL,
and
yeah.
you scored 2.5 out of it, which is amazing. Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite?
No, both are my favorites, so I cannot take sides in this. No, sorry. No, it's actually it's a really I mean, kind of death match. One guy is attacking and the other guy is defending, so it will be wonderful.
You mean one guy is attacking? Would you say Gukesh is more aggressive?
And I mean, it depends also on the position, but let's say Arjun likes initiative and Gukesh likes to defend. Not
Yeah,
that he always wants to defend, but let's say at any position he wants to find something, yeah.
right.
And no, it will no favorites. Both are good.
Yeah, it's also happening in Hyderabad. And if
Aha, great,
you,
great.
yeah, so if it was, yeah, somewhere close to where you come from. So,
Yeah.
very cool. And Hari, thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your thoughts, and for doing this. What will be the next event that you will play now?
I will be playing in the Aim Chess Rapid, which will start day after tomorrow. Actually, from September beginning, I have been playing like Polish League, Spanish League, and ECC. All three I won. So I hope it also goes well. We'll see.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my next event, and hopefully after that, a good break would be nice.
Right, and maybe World Rapid and Blitz towards the end of the
Yeah,
year,
I
and
don't know where it is.
no one
Hopefully,
knows yet.
no one knows because okay, it's during the peak, the Christmas time and so on. So it's not easy to reach, like some difficult places. So you should know it before so that we can buy tickets and stuff like that.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, visas also, but
I think when it happened in Poland last year,
yeah, that was easy for me to reach. Yeah.
but it was also very late. Like they
Yeah,
had this.
no, I did not expect it to be. I mean, it was supposed to be in Kazakhstan, and
Right.
later they shifted. So initially, I was not planning to play, but this time I'm planning to play, and we will see. Hopefully, pretty soon we will know the place, and it will be good.
Right. Shashwat Parida in the chat says World Team Championship also. Maybe that event comes in between.
No, I'm not playing World Team. I think it's in Jerusalem, right?
Ah, okay. But even it's the dates and all are out, right? I think it's
Yeah, yeah,
opening
yeah, yeah. No, for sure. World Team is in November, and World Rapid should be usually in
25th.
26th or 25th. Yeah, like this.
Right.
So yeah, this year full of many events,
A lot of events, and Hari,
lot of events,
all the best. I think
and
you these 2 3 free days which you get, are
Yeah.
very valuable because you can spend time with your daughter, with your wife.
Yes, that's the plan. Actually, I almost forgot the time I agreed to come because I was playing with my daughter,
You know,
and
if you would have sent me one picture afterwards and you would have forgotten this interview, it would have been all fine because.
no, we were just playing, and then for some strange reason, I remember that I have something today. I do have something, and couldn't remember it. And my wife was like, maybe chess base India. So I should go. I quickly had to run, and
Yes, please. Right now, please go back and continue. I
yeah,
think once I was interviewing Anish, and he told
yeah.
me, Sagar, I have to go, very urgent. And I was like, what happened? He was like, I have to build Lego with Michael or something like
Yes,
this.
I also have to do something like this pretty soon.
So please have a good time, and thank you so much, Hari, for sharing knowledge and for sharing this analysis with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure. And big hello to all the audience who are following us and our analysis.
Bye, Hari. Thank
Bye.
you. See you. Guys, that was Hari Krishna joining us from Prague and playing a beautiful tournament for board number one of Novibor, winning the gold medal. I see that a lot of you were mentioning that we should have Nihal here. I think what I will do is maybe I'll ask him separately if he is free for an interview on this match against Ding, because I think he must. I don't know. Um, right now, maybe I can, but generally, like you have to send it before. Okay, let's try. Yeah, I was while I'm trying to convince you guys, I will. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll do it separately with him. At some point, I'll write to him and then publish it. So also maybe Rajabov, we will also try to talk to him. He's been quite busy in with his own stuff as well. Um, but let's let's meet again. I think day after tomorrow. Tomorrow maybe if there's something, but day after tomorrow definitely for the aim chess rapid with five Indians. Is it Vidit, Hari, Gukesh? Um, there is Aditya Mittal who won the India Chess Tour, and one more player I believe. Maybe you guys, of course, Arjun, right? Arjun. Nihal's next match will happen from between November 2nd to 9th. Yeah, November 2nd, I think. Arjun, Guki, Adi, VD, Hari. Okay, nice. Arka says six Indians. You left Anish. Of course, Anish always uh, honorary Indian. And we'll also get to see Arjun versus Gukesh there. Yeah, yeah. That will be epic. Sort of a build up to the death match. Maza aega. So I'll see it. We'll follow the match there. And thank you all for being here. I think Nihal winning 2.5 half against Ding was epic. Rajabov beating Nepomniachtchi 2.5 half was also phenomenal. So I'll see you guys in a day or so. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you all for following. See you. And please do come to DreamHack, yeah, in person to play, to watch, and to meet us.